Life-changing. As words become increasingly weaponized and politicized in our community and in our country, sometimes it's easier not to listen. But charitable listening is an act of generosity, a sign of respect.
Just listen.
When we listen actively, we surrender our own assumptions and notions to make space for the ideas of another. In times of turmoil,
just listen.
Listening is the only way forward. Thank you for listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580.
Listen.
See, I bought you diamonds, and I'd rather stop lying. I bought you Donna, Ralph Lauren, Prada. I know what made you leave. Got a brother begging, please. Got a brother on his knees. I bought you a two-way. I even left Shantae. I won't cheat again. I need you, my friend. All a brother want for Christmas is to have you back right in my life. Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave? Why'd you leave on this Christmas? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you leave me? Why'd you leave me on this Christmas? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you leave me? Why'd you leave me on this Christmas? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you leave me? Why'd you leave me on this Christmas? Why'd you have to go?
You were checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. Who is that?
Omarion?
That's Omarion?
Beats
Oh.
Okay.
By the way, I don't know what's going on with the Raw Report tonight, but are we talking about Romeo? Are you going to talk about that?
I'm trying not to get into anything negative, but fine. If you want to.
It broke my heart.
Listen, let's get into the Raw Report.
Let's just jump into the Raw Report. Let's go. Come on, you ready?
Come on. It's the Queen of Royal Badness.
It's time for the Raw Report with Robin Ayers. Highlighting people and things you should know about. From entrepreneurs and entertainers to money and meditation, Robin's got you covered.
Get out of here.
Follow Robin at Robin Ayers. You're listening to the Raw Report on the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580. Robin's got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, so like I said, I am trying to keep it on the positive tip today.
I'm with you, and I was just—it's coming across. It's blazing up Black Twitter, and I'm like,
yeah, people are shocked about it. And if you know, or don't know, rather, Lil Romeo, came out to say something about his dad. He didn't mention him specifically, but let's go back a little bit. Romeo's sister and Master P's daughter passed away. I believe it was just last year. I think it was a drug overdose, but she had issues with depression. And so even though they knew about it, I think there was something that we didn't know. We weren't privy to as the people like fans and followers and supporters of this family. But they talked a little bit about it on Love and Hip Hop because Romeo's on Love and Hip Hop. Not Love and Hip Hop. It's called
watch Andy.
Yeah.
What is Romeo on?
The other.
He's not on Love and Hip Hop.
It's not Love and Hip Hop. It's what's the show? It's like
know?
all the Growing Up Hip Hop.
Okay.
Growing Up Hip Hop. That's what it is. It's all these kids of celebrities who are, famous in the industry. Romeo is one of them, but because Romeo was a staple on there, and I think even an executive producer of the show, his sister was also, they showed a lot of, kind of the behind the scenes. Anyway, his sister unfortunately had passed away. I believe it was a drug overdose. So here we are, fast forward to the unfortunate passing of Twitch yesterday or the night before last. And Master P had reposted or given a shout out to Snoop, who had posted a video of Snoop and Twitch dancing, and he, gave him his condolences. Well, Romeo didn't like the fact that Master P made not such a big deal of it, but made a deal of it, and he posted his own. I'll tell you what Master P said. Master P says, R.I.P. to the one and only dancing DJ Twitch, and salute Snoop Dogg for celebrating him. These are crazy times we are living in. You can be smiling one day and gone the next. Life is too short. Appreciate your loved ones. So when he said that, in part, Romeo did not like that, and he made his own post that says, "Today was a boiling point. I seen a man avoid his own children's struggle with suicide and depression, but post another man whom passed today that he doesn't even know. Y'all idols be lost. Better stop following the blind. Watch when it's revealed." So I don't know what that is. And by the way, I guess the question was whether the daughter took her own life by overdosing, or if it was an accidental overdose. We don't know. Yeah. I don't know. But according to what Romeo said right here, it's leading me to believe that maybe she did die by suicide, just from an overdose. But
is Romeo implying that his dad is clout chasing? Master P ain't got the clout.
I don't know if he's implying that. Clout chasing is not that. I think he's just saying, you're paying more attention to someone you didn't even know and didn't pay that kind of attention to your own child. So it's heartbreaking because Master P and Romeo have always been so close.
Absolutely.
And here's the deal. We don't know whether they have had, their trials and tribulations. I'm sure they have, just like any parent-child relationship has their own things, but they've done a good job at keeping it, away from social media, away from public scrutiny. But he put this out, so we'll see, I guess, what happens from here.
Unfortunately, as we all know, death shatters families sometimes. Trust me, I know from personal experience, and I'm pretty sure her death has harmed them in some way.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's irreparable. It's just like, man, you got to work through the emotions, and hopefully they can come back together at some point.
Yeah.
And you're right. We looked at Romeo and Master P. We were like, ooh, that's what we want to be. That father-son relationship?
Yeah.
We want that.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's a great relationship. We don't know, but it looks like it is. And I think that they've built enough of a relationship to come back from this. This is just, you say stuff in the heat of the moment. He said he reached a boiling point today. I'm sure they'll reconcile.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
That bond is too strong, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. But on to some better news.
I'm sorry. I'm just sick of it coming across.
Fine.
I'm getting notifications like crazy. I'm like, God, is it that hot right now?
No, and here's also the thing. There are tons and tons and tons, as you know, stories that come across my timeline. There's so many things that are happening in the entertainment industry that I have to pick and choose what I am going to report on, bring that I think there's value there. Because I never want to come on here talking about anything that to me holds no weight, holds no value, nothing to learn from.
Yeah, you don't want to be you're not a gossip columnist.
Definitely not that. And if you want to read the gossip or pay attention to it, by all means, it is there for all of us to see. But I would like to, talk about, that's my jam, by the way. Hey.
That's an energy record right there.
Yeah, that's a great energy record, Andy. But yeah, so anyway, moving on to some brighter news. I have to shout out to Arnold Turner, who we all know and love, but he reminded me today that Dr. Dre's The Chronic turns 30 today. Or was it? It was. It is today.
DRE, come on.
Yes. So, my goodness, that album changed the entire game. I mean, there were so many, obviously there were tons of albums and records and artists who came into the industry and changed the game, but Chronic was it was just one of those ones that I definitely now consider a classic.
You just considering that a classic?
No, not now consider, like at this moment. I'm just saying I consider that a classic. I mean, for sure.
It put the West Coast on the map.
So you are not a very vulgar gentleman at all, actually. But you like but you like vulgar music.
I told you, I like my comedy and I like my hip hop vulgar.
Okay.
Only from the fellas.
Are you rhyming along? Are you saying the words because they're not your own?
That's a great question. When we come forward.
I would like to know. That actually is a really good question.
I'm going to sound like such a Steve Urkel right now when I say this.
Oh, my goodness. You don't say the words?
I censor myself in my car as well.
In your car?
I know. Andy, stop laughing at me, Andy!
Wait, are you saying this because your family could be listening to you?
That's part of it. The other part is, and this may sound stupid, and I don't want to come across as a holier than thou cat. That's why I hate talking about this. But we are transparent on this broadcast, so I'll say it. Since I was a kid, I grew up in the church, as you know. And my mother has always taught us that God is always watching, God is always listening. And she also taught us that Christians do not use that type of language, and intelligent people don't use it either. Even to this day, my mother has embedded into my head, if I'm using that language, God is watching. And why are you laughing at me, dude? Come on. I know, because I'm a grown man. I told you, I don't even like eating cereal at night because I think my mother's watching.
Yes, it's embedded in you.
It's embedded in my brain. So
get that.
I do. I'm not some goody two shoes, holier than thou cat. At this point, it's just, it's habit, I guess.
I get it. Okay, so here's the deal. When I grew up a cursor. Sorry, Mom. I was a cursor, right? But that's just when you grow up and you learn what what you can push. Like if you want to push the envelope, how far you could go, like what you can do, right? So, and then I have an older sister, older brother, like older friends, all of that. You grow up in that, you're around it. So I did. But when I got saved, I was like, you know what? Absolutely not. That was literally, I completely reverted back to just, yes, sir. I mean, it was just literally, I could hit my toe and I'd be like, snap, like,
Son of a biscuit, mother fruit.
I would do anything but curse. But let me tell you what changed it for me.
Uh-oh. Eddie Murphy
coming from my own pastor. My pastor talked about how cuss words. Cussing is man-made. Cussing is just like me saying shirt. A man said to take. I mean,
no, you're right. You're right.
A man said the other S word. That a man came up with that. The Bible talks about curse words. Cursing. Don't curse people. Putting a curse on people, right? There's two. Yeah.
What did she say at the end of Color Purple?
You
don't do right by me. What is she? I forgot. What's the line?
Right by me. If you don't do right by me. Or until you do right by me.
Until you do right by me. What's the rest?
Oh, man.
Until you do right by me. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. We're going to have to look it up.
And they're remaking a new Color Purple right now. By the way, Halle Bailey in that too, by the way.
Under what role?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll figure that out too. But
Fantasia's in there. It's gonna be fire.
It is gonna be great. Yeah, I know. And then there are several people who had gotten the call to be in that, and it was such a big deal. Anyway, yes, curse words and cuss words are two different and serve two different purposes. And when my pastor broke it down for me, by the way, it wasn't when my pastor said that I just started cursing again.
Right.
I came to my own understanding with God. I said, listen, God, you know who I am. You know what this is. And so, and not that I'm not a super curse word kind of girl like that, but I'm just saying every now and then when it comes up out the mouth, then,
I've never heard you cuss one time.
Really?
Never.
Okay, well.
So let me ask you this. If it's not a big deal, why do people not cuss in church?
Well, not everybody.
People don't cuss. They always say, if you wouldn't say it in church, if you wouldn't say it in front of your pastor, you shouldn't be saying it.
Well, I think overall the concept of cussing, I'm gonna say cussing versus cursing. Okay, so the overall concept of cussing is not accepted in church. Not all pastors have the same revelations too. Everybody takes different things away from the Bible. As we know, everybody teaches from the Bible, but they make something completely or they turn it into something different. Similarly, his understanding of cuss words versus curse words, I don't think every pastor has that revelation.
Right.
So majority of them are going to go throughout life, and they're just not gonna cuss, or curse anyone. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have that stronghold on me.
I don't think God cares. That's me being honest. As an adult, I don't think God cares what language you use. But I do think, like you said, cursing is different than cussing. Yeah. Like if you banishing somebody to hell, you gonna go to hell. Yeah. That's different.
Now there is something to say about cussing and being and knowing how to carry yourself. I think cussing just I think that if you do it, and especially if you do it a lot, I think it could diminish your brand. It could diminish your
Agreed.
Yeah, just your whole persona. Whereas someone could have thought so highly of you, the moment you start, and not just one word here or there, but like if you are if it's a five words per sentence type
Glorilla.
of cusser.
Have you listened to Glorilla?
I have not listened to Glorilla, and I'm probably not going to do that.
Last question. Can your kids cuss when they want to?
Can my kids cuss when I want to?
Can they drop an F-bomb when they want to?
No, but they but to be quite honest, when I found out that they were learning to push the envelope, one of my daughters, I know for a fact, doesn't curse. The other one, I think she had tried to do it a little bit, but the safe kind, like WTF, like, and not saying things all the way outright. And when we found out, we were like, oh, so you want to use cuss words? Go ahead. What's your favorite word?
Oh, like, you put her on the spot.
Oh yeah. And she was like, I don't want to say it,
darn.
Yeah. And, but at the end of the day, it's not a big deal to me. I think it's about respect. I don't even cuss in front of my mom. I just respect my elders too much. Now, at the same time, I'm a grown woman. If we're having a conversation and I feel the need to say something and express something, I'm probably going to do it, and she's probably going to laugh.
Right.
Because we're cool like that. My mom and I are just real cool like that. But my kids are still a bit young. Don't ever curse in front of me like that. Watch your mouth.
I don't think they should, even when they're grown. I don't think they should.
No. When we come forward, I do have another piece of good news that I'll share with everybody involving Clipper Darrell, and we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about I guess something that he was involved in recently. I'm not going to get too far into it, but I want to share the good news that he's sharing. So we'll talk about that on the other side. It's KBLA Talk 1580.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles,
from middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
On Sunday, January 15th at 4 p.m., SCLC Southern California presents Moving into the Promise of the Beloved Community at the 52nd Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Legacy Celebration. President William D. Smart invites you to attend the celebration on Dr. King's birthday, Sunday, January 15th, 4 p.m. at the Sheraton LAX, 6101 West Century Boulevard. This year's event will honor community members who have made a significant impact in 2022, including our own Tavis Smiley, who will also deliver the keynote address. For tickets, call 213-268-3082 or email Pastor Smart at sclc-sc.org. That's 213-268-3082 or email Pastor Smart at sclc-sc.org. Don't miss SCLC Southern California's 52nd Annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Legacy Celebration, Sunday, January 15th, 4 p.m. at the Sheraton LAX.
If you have certain chronic conditions, such as
heart disease,
asthma,
diabetes, and you're 19 years of age or older,
52,
36,
42, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I'm going to ask my doctor
about getting vaccinated
with Prevnar 20.
KBLA Talk 1580, putting the spotlight on culture and community. The Rodney King Foundation works in the community to promote positive race relations and achieve social justice. The foundation provides advocacy, educational scholarships, and the powerful Walk in Love initiative. The Rodney King Foundation seeks a world of hope, tolerance, and social justice, where divisiveness has been overcome and all people live together peacefully and harmoniously. Executive Director, Founder Laura King is striving to enhance the community's self-esteem, health, social services, and social justice locally and worldwide. The foundation is dedicated to continuing the message of Laura's father, the great Rodney King, to promote peace and #GetAlong. For more information, please visit rodneyking.org or call 626-541-2907. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
We just talking about everything. I was just saying, good day and blessings. said from The Color Purple, Celie said, until you do right by me, everything you even think about is gonna fail. And I was just telling Robin how, look, Hallie's blowing up right now. And Chloe's got her music thing going on. But Chloe seemed to me, this is my opinion. Chloe's getting a little more aggressive with her content. I think she sees her sister rising far faster than she is. She got The Little Mermaid and Color Purple coming possibly this year. Next year. Listen, she about to take over the game. I'm telling you, Halle about to take over the game. She and Keke Palmer, side by side. Boom. What do you think?
I think you are trying to pit one sister against her own sister.
Then put some clothes on.
She was already doing that before Halle came and did her thing.
I'm going to look. I'm saying I'm not going to look.
You would.
Chloe's
I'm not surprised by that at all. No, Chloe is dope. I think she's a bit young. This is for me. I think she's a bit young to be as provocative as she is.
Agreed.
And she doesn't need to be because she's so talented. I think she's beautiful. I think she has longevity on her side. She has the connections on her side. She is literally a protege of Beyonce. She's got all of Beyonce's sort of resources at her right here, her publicist, her own mom, Tina Knowles.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
So what's the problem? Beyonce wasn't doing that early.
No, she wasn't doing it early, which I think is what worked for Beyonce. We grew with her. We grew with her. And I don't think Chloe is reaching our generation. She's not reaching her own generation, or maybe it is vice versa. I'm just saying she's not allowing them to grow with her. And I think that if anything, that could be her downfall, because you're going to hit a place of too provocative, and then you're still so young. Where do you go from there?
Correct.
Where do you grow from there?
Don't give us too much too soon, sweetie.
Yeah,
come on.
That's the issue that I have. But I think she's great. I still think she has a very long career ahead of her in acting, in all that she does. But to her credit, I'll say this: number one, a woman can wear whatever she wants. She can do whatever she wants to do. She also said that that's when she's suffered so many insecurities, that's when she feels most confident, when she's being sexy. And hey, I'm a woman. Before anything else, I am a woman, and I know what it feels like to need to claim your sexiness or your womanhood, so I get that. And so if that's the way she's choosing to do it, there's people who are supporting her in that. You have people like us who are like, nah, that's not really my style. But then you got a lot of people who are like, no, I love it.
I think she's limiting herself, and I think the charts prove it. She's not blowing up like that. She's had some pretty mediocre songs that have come out. But if she would just buckle down, put out some great music so we can focus on that. Because I know this may sound sexist, but I'll say it anyway. They're not going to take her seriously. They're not going to take her seriously if she's half naked in every single video. They're not.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I hear you, but I don't know that I'd go that far.
I want to focus on the music first. I don't want to listen to your music because you're fine. Y'all, I got to bring up Janet Jackson again. Look at Janet early, fully clothed.
Absolutely.
Rhythm Nation, the whole nine. She was fine under them clothes, but we didn't know. And I know it's a different era. And
it's all of the above.
Social media's different. I get it. Man, I sound like an old guy, but.
Yeah. I think that I guess the bottom line is she's going to be successful. She is successful in her own right. I mean, Chloe's been in the game now since she was her and her sister, since they were very young. And I think she'll continue to be successful. We just have preferences, and they are not her preferences, which is okay.
And that's what she would say to us. Thank you, boomers. Appreciate it.
Let's talk about Clipper Darrell. I know there is a video going, I don't know if you would say viral right now, but it's definitely circulating a lot.
Local viral, yeah.
Local viral, because he is a local super fan of the Clippers, Clipper Darrell, clearly. I saw that video and I was like, oh my goodness, my heart hurt, because if you haven't seen it, he got into some sort of altercation with I guess maybe a security guard or some man. There's someone who's filming it from afar. And I think Clipper Darrell's trying to get into some facility. Is it the cryptocurrency arena? Okay, so he's trying to get in there. I don't know what that's about. I've not even reached out to Clipper Darrell. So Darrell, if you're listening, shout out to you. Sorry that happened to you. But we need to know the details at the same time. Right. I would like to know what happened, because on one hand, we're like, it's Clipper Darrell. He's been there for years. Every game. And so why is he having any confrontation with the security guy who's not trying to let him in? But anyway, the guy hits him, Darrell falls, and it's a sad thing.
I think Darrell's his arrogance got the best of him that day. I think, because he's Clipper Darrell, and he was like, I ain't got to check my ticket here. I'm gonna walk right in. I'm Clipper Darrell. You don't know who I am. But on the other side of this entire thing, those that are cheering the violence against Clipper Darrell, that's foul.
Absolutely.
I cannot believe that you guys are laughing. I cannot believe that you guys are laughing at somebody having violence committed against them. Like I said, if you want to square up against me, let's go. You want to go toe-to-toe, let's go. That was a sucker punch. And nobody should be cool with that.
Yeah.
Especially over a freaking basketball game.
It's definitely not cool. Definitely not over whatever that was. I don't know if it was I don't know what it was. I hate to speculate, especially with somebody that I know. I'd rather just get a statement, you know what I mean, from him. And hopefully I can reach out to him soon and he can address it if he chooses to. If not, listen, nobody's going to remember that in like 2 days.
Well, I disagree.
No, this is how it is. This you know this, though. You know this.
But when you're that loud and boisterous against the Los Angeles Lakers in this city,
people will probably continue to bring it up because
they got ammo now.
They're talking about things in his comment of the thing. This is actually what I wanted to mention, the good news about Clipper Darrell. He actually did post just an hour ago. He says, his post says he's giving back. Clipper Darrell Cares is a 501c3 tax-deductible nonprofit, and he's asking for your help to feed 100 families for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So giving 100 kids Christmas gifts during the holiday season, which is great. So if you would like to donate, you can go to clipperdarrellcares.org or Cash App him. It's all on his social media. You can follow him at Clipper Darrell. But yeah, they're going in on him in his comments.
Murdering him in there. I said, y'all, come on. Can we focus on what he's doing? This is amazing what he's doing. Yeah. I know y'all want to take shots at that cat, but come on.
Come on, let's be nice, let's be kind. He talked about it when he was a guest here on the Raw Report. He did, talk about what he was doing for the holiday season, so I thought that was great as well. Anything else before I move on briefly?
No. Donate to his, what is the campaign? I don't know what you want to call it. It's not 501c3? I don't know.
It's definitely his foundation and for the holidays, yeah.
And he's been doing it for a minute. This ain't new. It ain't like he's trying to, clean up his image after being knocked out. He was on these microphones saying that he does this every single year. Y'all support Clipper Darrell. Look, Clippers are balling too. Y'all say what y'all want. Clippers are balling right now. They lost today? Oh, all still. Right. What are they, the 4th seed right now?
We digress. We're not going to get into the Clippers. We digress. I will like to say before we get to some news and traffic here that this is really great news, and I think that it's going to be a great a gift for Christmas for the family of Tatiana Jefferson, who if you remember back in 2019, actually on my birthday, October 12th, 2019, she was killed in her own home while she was with her nephew by an officer, Aaron Dean, and he was found guilty of manslaughter today, which is fantastic news because this has been a few years that we've been asking for justice here or some accountability, and that is that just came in today. So we're definitely happy about that, and I know that's a good Christmas present for her family.
That is so awesome.
Yeah. Very awesome.
I guess we got something to do when we come forward, don't we?
Yeah. When we come forward, we will start. It's not the versus battle. It is a Christmas. It's a KBLA caroling is what we're doing with our Christmas song. So we look forward to that when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Nighttime is the right time for Danny Morrison on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Harvard University has appointed its first person of color and second woman as president. Claudine Gay will take office as Harvard's 30th president in July 2023. She succeeds current President Lawrence S. Bacow, who announced in June he would be stepping down. A major winter storm is making its way to the northeastern part of the U.S. In New York, Governor Kathy Hochul says teams are ahead of the storm as they prepare for snow to accumulate and high winds. Out-of-pocket health care spending is rising to its highest rate since 1985. That's according to new data from the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Spending on health care in the U.S. grew by 2.7% last year. And that's the latest. I'm Mike Island from your 24/7 news source, the Black Information Network, and BINnews.com.
Dell's Days of Deals start now with savings on select XPS laptops and Alienware PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors, plus savings on accessories and free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Don't talk, just listen. Listening is life-changing. Life-changing. As words become increasingly weaponized and politicized in our community and in our country, sometimes it's easier not to listen. But charitable listening is an act of generosity, a sign of respect. Just listen. When we listen actively, we surrender our own assumptions and notions to make space for the ideas of another. In times of turmoil, just listen. Listening is the only way forward. Thank you for listening to KBLA Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Talk 1580. Listen.
When you're young, life is full of choices. Don't let opioids like highly addictive and deadly fentanyl take away your life with just one wrong pill. Addiction is a disease that can affect anyone at any age. But there is a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemat.org.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Norwalk Courthouse. They are this week's KBLA Talk 1580's Office of the Week. The Los Angeles Norwalk Courthouse, in part of the Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles. Congratulations.
KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580 reminding you that when we fight, we win. Community Coalition trains activists and organizers in order to support power building with Black, Brown, Indigenous, and people of color. Community Coalition works to help transform the social and economic conditions in South LA that foster addiction, crime, violence, and poverty by building a community institution that involves thousands in creating, influencing, and changing public policy. Founded by Karen Bass in 1990, Community Coalition was born as an African American and Latino organization with the goal of turning hopelessness and despair into action. The activism of the Community Coalition's members and community residents has almost solely stimulated economic recovery in South LA for decades, generating billions of dollars by redirecting them to South LA schools and foster care. In addition, Community Coalition offers amazing mind, body, soul resources, advocacy, and policy work, and has a robust and active membership body. To become a member, get a referral, or get support for your nonprofit, visit cocosouthla.org. That's cocosouthla.org, or call 323-750-9087. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Nacho fries are back at Taco Bell. You know, the fries covered in bold Mexican spices you dip in a warm nacho cheese sauce. You could also dunk them in nacho cheese sauce or pour the sauce onto a pile of them and create like a nacho fries nachos. The thing is that you eat them with nacho cheese sauce. That's what makes them nacho fries. Otherwise, you're just eating fries and sipping on nacho cheese sauce, and that's the wrong way. Sorry, just really passionate about nacho fries.
Nacho fries are back, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last. Contact local store for hours and participation, which vary.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Is this tree good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
When you can't stop, there's Vicks VapoRub.
Vicks VapoRub sends powerful medicated Vicks vapors right to the source of your... so you can experience cough relief and breathe easier. Generations of families have trusted Vicks VapoRub to help relieve the worst cold symptoms. So next time you have a cough, reach for the Vicks VapoRub. Vicks VapoRub. Cough relieving is believing.
What's the best product I bought this year? Oh, that's easy. Salonpas pain-relieving patches. The proven medicines in Salonpas patches reduce my pain and let me do the things I need to do every day.
In a recent clinical study, patients using Salonpas reported improved sleep, mood, and the ability to work. They had less pain and were able to reduce their use of oral pain medications.
For pain, I use Salonpas. It's good medicine.
You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
Oh, yeah.
This almost made my list. I thought this would have made yours.
No.
What you want? You gonna give love to the ladies? You a minutes away from our KBLA Carolyn time tonight. Let's go.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. It's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Let's have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Joy and happiness and lots of want you to have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Joy and happiness and lots of
You were checking out the Danny Morrison Show, KBLA Talk 1580. It is time. We're not battling tonight because, it's all love up in here, even though I won the last verses.
Oh, that was... Everybody on YouTube and social media could tell you that was false. I don't know what Andy was on that day.
I just go by the judging.
Everybody, no, well, that's not very accurate, so...
We got to figure out what to do with Andy tonight. There's no judging
Y'all
tonight,
better be nice to the judge.
Ooh, but there's no judging tonight. So we'll just come to you. You give us your opinion. Maybe we could,
No, that's all good. We just going to play the music.
We're just going to have some fun
If
tonight.
I would have known it wasn't going to be a battle, I would have chose the other option that we had.
Look at you.
I was ready
You
for
love our battles.
Of course, I love it.
What did we say? We were considering doing, what was it?
Female hip-hop.
That's still...
Look, we're going to do that in 2023.
We need some R&B in our lives, though.
And you said gospel the other day.
Oh, gospel. A gospel versus battle would be incredible.
I can't believe we haven't done one.
I know.
Up-tempo gospel, please.
Up-tempo.
Gotta be
that's
up-tempo.
what I said. I said upbeat.
No
we don't
choirs,
no. And we're not crying, none of that. So
I think we already know what my number one is, don't we?
You can't pick that one.
What? Come on!
That's the rule. That's an automatic victory. You feel me?
It is, I think.
Which
Kirk Franklin,
Love Theory.
Love.
Oh.
I think that is the best gospel song of the last 10 years.
Oh yeah, you've said that.
Give me a better one. If y'all can top that song, Love Theory from Kirk Franklin is perfection. Give me one.
Well, I'm not.
Either
trying
one
to
of
give
y'all.
you one. I'm not trying to battle you right
Y'all
now.
can't top that, huh?
You probably going to have to dip into his catalog to maybe
That's what's
top
funny.
that.
Yeah, he top his own song.
Stomp, maybe. Revolution, maybe.
That's not from the
Wait,
last 10 years.
You talking about the last 10, okay.
Well, okay, now we're on to something. Are we saying that Kirk Franklin is going to be he's going to top any other artists? Because then that makes it challenging, because the conversation that I hear you two saying right now, that says, okay, if I introduce some Fred Hammond and it went up against, Kirk Franklin, is he going to win automatically? Because y'all putting him, y'all ranking him very high.
So do we do like we did that one time? Choose 7 gospel artists.
Yes.
And choose the best song from each line.
Yes, I think that has to be it.
Or no Kirk Franklin.
Or no.
Is he that good that we putting him like he's on?
Yeah, he's yeah.
He is
No,
that
he
good.
Is. He is. Just because we're talking about upbeat. So if that's not the title, there are plenty of people you could put up against. He's one of the most incredible, artists, period. But I'm just saying there are plenty of people who could, if you did a slow gospel song, who could take Kirk Franklin out.
Oh, all day. Up tempo. Is there a woman? Is there a woman that brings up tempo heat like that?
Mary got some bangers.
Yeah, I played it once in the verses before. Remember?
Yeah, that wasn't the one though.
You don't like that track?
It wasn't their one. It wasn't the one.
See, that's the one I think of when I think Mary. To be fair, I'm not a big fan of this, but that's the one I know.
They got the birthday song, Trayvon's birthday. Mary.
Who was the one that did I Love God? Remember that nonsense? Who was that?
Is that Erica
Campbell? Have you ever seen that terrible video, by the way? It's terrible.
First of all, stop talking about the woman of God like that.
I'm just telling you, first of all, the song is terrible, too. Remember the controversy? I can't believe that she went all hood with the gospel.
Everybody always has something to say about Erica, but I love her for who she is, and she is unapologetic.
And to reach those kids, that's the way you got to get
It's the same heat that Kirk Franklin caught when he first came out. Everybody has something to say about him. It's just like...
change the game.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the fact that they're still able to get a secular song, flip it, and make it gospel. I mean, I wasn't stomping before.
Right.
I wasn't praising God, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I think that's a dope little avenue. But, I understand some people want it strictly holy. You shouldn't be dipping into the secular and flipping it.
You mean those same older people that are losing people in the church right now?
Absolutely.
People, the ones that are complaining, say they want to keep it traditional?
Quick testimony.
Go for it.
Years ago, you know what I'm saying? I was in the gospel choir in my college or whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? We had like a couple concerts or performances at other churches. And this particular night was like a youth night. So everything was led by the youth. It was a youth pastor, youth choirs and all that. And I remember this one kid, he was probably no older than 12. He was utilizing like Bow Wow as an example, and I just remember after that, after his sermon, which I felt was dope, I just remember a couple people, older cats, was upset that he would, utilize Bow Wow as a catalyst to his sermon, and I was like, but did you not hear the message?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You over here tripping over a Bow Wow, him being a secular artist, but you not listening to the message. That kind of bothered me a little bit.
It should have. That's why they're losing people in the church right now. And I don't feel sorry for them. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
the
people
black church...
have a problem with when the band at a church, they'll start playing a secular song, just the music of a secular song. And then, the choir might start singing, like turning the words into, a gospel sort of kind of words. But some people and pastors and people of church really have a problem with that. You remember Pastor Aaron Lindsay who came, and they're starting Believe Church in LA in January. And I'm so excited about it. But he he's a producer, and so he's produced mainly gospel, but he has so many other hits in the secular world, R&B records. I mean, he just does a lot. So anyway, he just loves music, and so his band because we still have get-togethers before the church begins officially. We still do get-togethers and have like music nights and stuff like that. When I tell you that band will start playing like, we'll be singing some sort of gospel song or whatever, but then they start going into like playing like a secular song that makes you, the songs that you feel, right? And it just, I'm like, I love the blend, and I just love that their God-given gift of being a musician allows them to hear different chords and pull different things together. In the blend of that, you're going to tell me that you hate that, or some people are like, that is blasphemous or something because it's a secular song and secular, just the music itself, the instrumentation.
Yeah.
And so that bothers me, but I really love when people can do that. That means that you are not so, you're not a holy roller, and that you can just vibe, because God is like everything. It's he's music.
And if you want young people in that church, that's the only way it's going to work.
Yeah. You gotta do some of that too.
If you don't want to do that, people. If you still want to do that traditional old school stuff, that they're not coming, is what I'm telling you.
They are telling me over in the YouTube comments that we need to get, if you guys are on here, that you need to like the videos. And please, we are asking you to like. But also, I found out that you aren't able to like or comment if you're not signed into YouTube. So you need to sign in, or if you don't have an account, it's very easy to sign into YouTube, especially if you have a Google account, but Gmail rather. So yeah, if you are watching us on YouTube, I see y'all in here. Go ahead and sign in and like this post and comment and join the live chat because they be having it lit. Shout out to Urban Spencer, Stacy, Mimi, Yogi Fish. We see you guys up in here, so we definitely appreciate you.
And y'all tell me how great I am tonight because I'm
Oh, wow. This is not a battle.
I'm kidding.
It's not a battle, Danny.
This is all love tonight. When we come forward, we jump in officially. Danny Morrison Show, KBLA, stay there.
From Bakersfield to Los Angeles.
From middays to nighttime.
Like George and Wheezy, Danny Morrison is moving on up at KBLA Talk 1580.
The state task force is getting closer to identifying what reparations will look like in California. Maisha Cairo here with your K-Black Minute News, brought to you by CaliforniaBlackMedia.org. The California Task Force to study and develop reparation proposals for African Americans will be conducting its last meeting of 2022 on December 14th and 15th at Oakland City Hall Chambers, beginning at 9 a.m. with time for public comment. Meetings will be live streamed on the task force website or on ETM Media YouTube. Task Force Chairperson Kamala Moore says that the next meeting is of high importance and will include an in-depth conversation about redress and repair. So far, the task force has determined a conservative estimate of 2 million African Americans in California who have ancestors that were enslaved here in the U.S. They are still determining what or how much compensation should be. Let's start the conversation on social media pages at KBLA 1580.
Okay, so here's the truth about December 17th and why you should register on DeannaRamble.com. Okay, get ready. DeannaRamble.com and why you should register for a free event about contracts. December 17th to be with me, Rambo, and my special guest. First of all, if you don't have a lot of contracts right now, you need to be there. Like, the whole new year is coming in. I've been doing these events for a while now. Every event has over 500 minority business owners there. So if you haven't attended, you need to attend. And if you have attended, you probably already started winning contracts because the event's free. December 17th is a Saturday. It's only for 2 hours. My special guest can only talk up to 6 minutes. And these are the mayor's office, LA counties talking about contracts, the city, DeannaRamble.com. So if I haven't convinced you December 17th to come to DeannaRamble.com and register, I really don't know what else to do. It's all about contracts. DeannaRamble.com, DeannaRamble.com.
KBLA Talk 1580 invites you to join us in celebrating the season of giving by being part of the solution. As we enjoy great food, family, warmth, and well wishes in whatever our festive tradition may be, we share the beauty of the season by reaching out to the less fortunate. Please help us to help others with the KBLA Cover the Houseless Cozy Community Coat and Blanket Drive. All you have to do is drop off new or clean, gently used winter coats and blankets in the KBLA lobby during business hours. Now through December 20th, all of the coats and blankets will be donated to unsheltered individuals and families experiencing houselessness. Simply bring your donation to 4434 Crenshaw Boulevard in Los Angeles, near Vernon Avenue, from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays. That's 4434 Crenshaw in historic Leimert Park. During the holidays and every day, let's remember, we keep us safe. We keep us warm. We are the safety net. And together, we can cover the unsheltered. Get caught up in the spirit of the season, the spirit of love. Make a difference with your friends at KBLA Talk 1580.
Special Needs Network Incorporated, together with Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, cordially invites you to Christmas Care Exchange in the Park, Sunday, December 18th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. in Leimert Park, located on 43rd Place in Crenshaw. Experience a day of giving, love, community, and support. There will be celebrity guests, arts and crafts, resource fair, and more. Come take a picture with Santa. Enjoy the DJ. This is a free event open to the public Sunday, December 18th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Don't miss the Christmas Care Exchange in Leimert Park, located located on 43rd Place in Crenshaw. This is the season of giving, and the Special Needs Network, together with Assemblymember Isaac Bryan, wants to bless you Sunday, December 18th, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. There will be toys for all kids up to 18 years old. Children must be present. See you Sunday. Thanks to our sponsors, Let's Behold, The Butterfly Effect, and SEIU 721, State Council on Developmental Disabilities, Niagara Water, Lakeshore Learning, Puck Schools, Crystal Stairs, Beach Cities, Beta Gamma Nu, Casa Lopez, and Los Fabulocos.
When you're the victim of a car accident, who goes to bat for you is crucial. We're MVP Accident Attorneys, the personal injury pros. Hiring the right law firm can be the difference between a rewarding settlement and striking out. Our team is in it to win it, and we'll fight to get the maximum compensation you deserve. Call the pros at MVP Accident Attorneys at 833-MVP-WINS for your free consultation. Call 833-MVP-WINS.
Call on me, your MVP.
Real talk, real time, the gospel truth. You're listening to the Danny Morrison Show on KBLA Talk 1580.
All right, let's get into it. Now, I won the last verses, so the person that wins the verses is the person that chooses who goes first. So I think you going first tonight. But this ain't a battle.
It's not a battle. It's fun. By the way, they are shouting out your hat. Mimi says, "Isn't Danny's hat precious?"
Aww.
He's in the Christmas spirit.
Thank you
with
so
his
much.
white hat.
I'm Santa Claus.
Okay, this person, my number 7 favorite Christmas song comes from a woman who actually I'm a fan of. I've been listening to her for a majority of my life. And she recently got married to the former president of BET, Stephen Hill. This is Shantae Moore. It's called Santa Don't Slay.
I don't know this song.
I know. It's a vibe.
My man asked me what I want for Christmas. All I had to do is hit him with my wish list. Now the whole North Pole can be a witness. Who is Shantae Moore? She keep getting what she wants. It's feeling like my birthday. Sometimes I can't believe it. It ain't my birthday. Salute to baby Jesus. Popping off that eggnog, my cookies are the sweetest. You say what you want, but I got it going on. Snow angels on the ground, Christmas cheer all around, baby. Floating like I'm a cloud, can't nothing bring me down, baby. You should go and buy yourself a Christmas tree. Every time I come around, I hear the kids all sing now. Santa Claus don't slay like I do. Santa Claus don't slay like I do. Rudolph can't slay like I do. Rudolph can't slay like I do.
Right?
That's a heater.
It's a fire song.
Yeah.
It's my number 7. Shantae Moore, Santa Don't Slay. I love, love, love that song.
Wowee. That's a great way to come out the gates. I gotta get it in.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my number 7. Check this out. Mariah Carey is not on this list, but in my opinion, if there's a modern day Mariah, this young lady would be that person. Started out on the Disney Channel with Victorious, and after showing her vocal chops on that show, she's become a worldwide superstar. Currently has the 6th most Instagram followers behind Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Kylie Jenner, Selena Gomez, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson with 344 million followers, which is crazy. From the 2013 album Christmas Kisses, this is Ariana Grande, Snow in California. Listen.
This Santa is me, Ariana. I know it's been a while, but I really need your help this year. Let me make this clear. See, I really love him, and it's been kinda tough, cause he's only in town for the holidays. Tomorrow he's flying away, away from me. I don't need another gift, I just have one wish this year. Can you just make it snow in California? I'll even settle for rain. Don't want him to go tomorrow morning. Give me something to make him stay. Wrapped in his arms by the fireplace would be the perfect gift. Let us know, let us know, let us know, let us know. In California, yeah.
Number 7 right there. I'm telling you, our 7 favorite Mariah and Donnie free Christmas songs of all time. That's my number 7.
Oh, I love Ariana Grande, by the way. I just love her. We got time for my number 6.
Let's go.
This song it's okay, not a surprise. I love. He actually just created a new Christmas song, but this is his old Christmas song, and we all know it. Let's go ahead and play this. Chris Brown, This Christmas.
That's my hero.
Hang all the mistletoe.
Feels like Christmas.
I'm gonna get to know you better this Christmas. And as we trim the tree, how much fun it's gonna be together. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. Whoa, we're caroling through the night. Whoa, this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go. Presents and cards are here. My world is filled with cheer and you. This Christmas, and as I look around, your eyes are shine the town they do. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright, and we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me.
That is Chris Brown, This
Wow.
Christmas.
You know what? He doesn't get his credit for his vocals.
What? Oh, so you're just saying it's an
think-
emphasis on his performances
Yeah.
and not enough on his vocals.
They always talk about his dancing. They always
Yeah.
talk about his past, obviously. No one really says, Chris be singing, yo.
Chris Brown can sing, as Stacey L. Morgan says, sang Chris with some fire emojis behind it. Absolutely. He's got one of the greatest, like, I love the tone of his voice. I love what his abilities. He's got the vocal instrument. He's got the thing that he can do. All the fun runs and the acrobats. I mean, he's just really really talented.
Do you like when singers are raspy?
Love raspy singers.
Because that's what he is.
I love raspy singers.
Because he just proved it. It's like, oh, go on. Chris,
Oh,
go
okay,
on.
Danny.
Don't get me singing up here. Trust me. You don't want that anyway.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
That song's been remade a billion times.
Absolutely.
But that version,
nobody sings it like Donny Hathaway, as Mimi Davis just said.
we know that. But I'm saying, could you make the case? Best one?
The best one?
I've heard 10 or 15 versions of that song.
Yeah, it's a very, very famous Christmas song. I don't know if it's the best one. I think what it is that for me, it has one of the best memories behind it. You remember this came from the movie. I think it was This Christmas movie as well.
I don't remember that.
He was the star of this movie. I think that's actually where this one came from. But yeah, to me it has the most my favorite memories attached to it.
And Yogi Fish is right. I love that Tavis had the writer of this song on today.
Yes, absolutely. We were just talking about that yesterday. So
Look, there's been some really huge, just iconic talent that have walked into the studio. As a matter of fact, you mentioned your friend that wrote or produced Never Would Have Made It, right?
Never Would Have Made It, yeah.
He produced that song.
Yes,
Which
he
some
did.
say is the biggest gospel song in the last 25 years.
Absolutely. It is just a monster song. But shout out to Yogi Fish, though, because for you to say, I love that Tavis had the writer of this song on today, and you're listening still to KBLA Talk 1580, you be around, staying around, so we appreciate that.
We appreciate you. I'll give you my number 6 on the other side. Danny Mo Show, KBLA right now, news and traffic. Stay there, ho.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Harvard University has appointed its first person of color and second woman as president. Claudine Gay will take office as Harvard's 30th president in July 2023. She succeeds current president Lawrence S. Bacow, who announced in June he would be stepping down. A major winter storm is making its way to the northeastern part of the U.S. In New York, Governor Kathy Hochul says teams are ahead of the storm as they prepare for snow to accumulate.